What up, guys? My Sports Bo Marshall. Today, we're back live as it's bowl season. Sorry. But we're back live with bowl season announcements. So yeah, I talked about the cultural playoff earlier in the stream, but I told you I'd be back live later. So yeah, but anyways, let's freaking do this. So let's just talk about the bowl games. So we already talked about some of these others, but let's do this. So starting off, let's turn on the NFL games in a second. Let's do this. Oh, let me put this on. Put the TV on. Turn this TV on. Turn this TV on. Can y'all see my screen? Guess so. I can't. Anyways, let's do this. So, we got a lot of bowl games to go over. Without further ado, let's start. So, run the Twitters, they're on Titters. What the hell? Sorry, I'm trying to follow all these bowl games so I can get updates. But yeah, let's do this. So let's just start off with go in chronological order. My phone is buzzing like crazy. Stop buzzing. Turn on the Do Not Disturb. It's still buzzing. Oh my god. We're almost the bowl season, by the way. Anyways. Where's the first one? All right, so the first one's announced. I believe I talked about this, but one of two bowl games in Frisco this year in the Ford Center at the Star. As Missouri State and Arkansas State will be playing each other. So I think I talked about this already in the previous stream, but this would be a good game, I think. Missouri State for their first in the FBS, they've been really good. Like 7-5 is nothing to overlook when it's your first in the FBS. I mean, considering like what's Kennesaw State came into the FBS and like St. Vincent State originally, they did actually a very respectable job in their first in the FBS. Like they did good, I will say. And I think it's awesome seeing the bowl game. Honestly, I think they should get rid of that eligibility rule. Honestly, I'm fine with them like keeping them out of the FCS playoffs because they're going to get FBS resources. But like, I think they should be allowed to be eligible for the first shooting FBS because that doesn't make any sense if they're not. Because like they're originally not going to make a bowl game, but since they need two other teams to fill the spots, here you go. But yeah, Missouri State's been a good team this year. I'm excited to see them in this bowl game. They're taking Arkansas State. And Arkansas State, they had some weird they had a slow start, then they got better as the season went along. We're playing Texas Tech. In basketball, not in college football. I wish we were playing Texas Tech. That would mean we're in the playoffs. My first LSU game I went to was against Texas Tech, but Mahomes was still there. Texas Bowl 2015. Damn, the Bills are up. I mean, the Bengals are up. 21-18 right now. Yeah. Was that Arkansas State? They've gotten better as the years gone along. So yeah, I think this ought to be a good game. It's Ford Center Star. It's actually Dallas Cowboys training facility. They host high school football games there. So there's that. They also host that Ford Center. I mean, they also host Toyota Stadium, which is under renovation. They're not going to play their bowl game this year. And then now we have Cal versus Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl. I had no clue these two teams were playing in the playoffs because Hawaii's hosting a postseason game. Okay. I'm going to say this right now. This will be a good game. I think Cal and Hawaii are actually decently evenly matched. I will say. Hawaii beat Stanford. Cal couldn't, so who knows? But why is Hawaii playing at home? It's literally just another home game for them. Like I know it's just a bowl game, but still, I get that it's hard to travel for Hawaii because a lot of funding. But like they should not be allowed to host the game. Just my opinion. I get it because like Hawaii is not exactly close to the U.S., like to the mainland, like main part of the U.S. But still, it's just I feel like Hawaii should have gone. I guess there's a. I guess the thing with Hawaii is there's a lot of planning, like a lot of time consuming planning that goes along with traveling across. Oh wow, we're leading. Huh. We're leading, bro. No way. Sorry, Saints game. But who would have ever thought we were actually leading a football game for once? But I mean, I get it. But like, it's just it feels like it's a huge disadvantage to Cal because Cal's. Because how many Cal fans are going to travel out there? That's my question. Yeah, there's that. But I mean, it'll be a good game. I just don't like but Hawaii host. It's not that they don't deserve the host. It's a bowl game. That's supposed to be neutral location. There's that. But it's cool to see Hawaii in their first bowl game in a while. Yeah. Now the Cure Bowl, we have two very similar teams in their conferences, old in their respective conferences. We have Old Dominion and South Florida. Both this will be a good game too. I mean, I don't know if Golish is coaching this game. I don't think he is, but yeah. But Old Dominion, they've been a good team. Of course, they had that win against they beat they beat the living daylight out of Virginia Tech. So that was their marquee win this year. And they had a 2-game stretch where they completely just fell off the cliff against Marshall and JMU, believe. Granted, JMU's in the playoffs, and they also lost Indiana. Wasn't actually not. It was that they didn't actually lose to them by that much. So by 13 points, and considering who Indiana's played this year, yeah, some of the scores Indiana's put up this year against some other teams, I'd consider that I consider that a positive sign for a positive thing for all Dominions. Yeah. And guess what? Indiana's #1 team in the country. Only undefeated team left in college football. Wow. It is pouring in Tampa. Good lord. No wonder why the Saints are leading. Saints for some reason always do better at in the in the in Tampa Bay for some reason. What? Stop calling me, Yush. Let's see. Bro, my dog's barking out there. All right. Anyways, yeah, but sorry. I used just the kind of person to call like a billion times till you answer. So I was telling him to stop calling me. Yeah. But yeah, but I love you, Yush. So I, I think I do. I don't know. I'm kidding. In all seriousness, though, just yeah. All seriousness, though, just talking to Yush and all that. Me and him going to the gym later, so maybe he's asking about that. I just text him butt crack. Anyways, yeah, the Old Dominion. They've definitely had a way better season last year than South Florida. On the other hand, South Florida, they had a great season. They put themselves on the map when they beat Florida on the road. Yeah, but they had a great season, we'll say. And I know they lost to Miami, Navy, and Memphis, but still a great season nonetheless. But yeah, that'd be a good game. It's at Orlando, the Campbell World Stadium. The the Fort Sarah's hosting games this year. They're hosting the Frisco Bowl too. Two games that they're supposed to be in different locations. Now I got South Carolina State, Prairie A&M for the Celebration Bowl. It's FCS, by the way. Yeah, but South Carolina State is back, and they're trying to get revenge. Except they're gonna play Prairie A&M this time. This ought to be a good game. It's like missing. This ought to be a good game. South Carolina State, they won their conference, so they get into the chances. That's pretty epic. And then Prairie A&M, this is the first time they won their conference in a while. That's pretty awesome. They're in outside of Houston. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I said all this yesterday. I'm going over all this right now. Now I got 68 Ventures Bowl between the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana and Delaware. Louisiana, they definitely had they definitely did not have as good a season last year, but still they made a bowl game. So I mean, and the Sun Belt kind of like turned around this year. I will say, like went from Marshall, Louisiana to like JMU and who's in the playoffs, and the other team, Troy and like Southern Miss. Ow. Sorry. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, Louisiana. They're playing the Delaware Blue Hens. They're also another team that just joined the FBS this year. They've done pretty well in their first year at FBS too. Went 6-6 with their signature win against UConn. They had a great season for the first year in the FBS. I know it's not as good as Missouri State, but still much better than some of these other teams in the first year in FBS. Yeah, but great. It's awesome to see Delaware in a bowl game. I mean, it's their first ever one, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm very happy for them. Yeah, we'll see how they do against Louisiana. That'd be a good game. We got Sunbelt versus CUSA. Here's your bracket, by the way. I'll talk about that in the playoffs. Playoff predictions probably tonight. Now I got Alabama, OU as this. Now we're going over the playoff matches. Alabama, Oklahoma in the first round of the playoffs. and at Oklahoma. So we got the Norman Bowl, I guess technically. I also call it the Sooner Bowl, the Boomer Bowl, the Boomer Bowl. Heck yeah. But yeah, this is a rematch of this is actually a rematch, except this time it's in Oklahoma this time. The last time Alabama went to Oklahoma, they scored a dang touchdowns. Yeah, there's that. This would be a really good game. Alabama, I know they didn't look good in their game yesterday, but I'll give the committee props for not punishing them for losing their conference championship, because I still think even if you lose your conference championship, you still make the playoffs depending on what conference you're in. But yeah, and then Oklahoma on the other hand, they've been great all season, and we'll see how they can do against Alabama as they get to host Alabama this time. So it's even more better circumstances for them than the last time. So yeah, there's that. We'll see though. That'd be a great game. Then we have Miami versus A&M. This is the Who is Notre Dame's True Daddy Bowl. That's what I'm going to call this game. 12 p.m. Eastern at Kyle Field on Saturday, December 20th. Today is the 7th. Miami, honestly, I'm glad they made it over Notre Dame. I don't even know why that should be controversial in the first place. Yes, Notre Dame definitely had a playoff-worthy team, but they're not in the conference, so they should be punished for that alone, honestly. Like, oh, we could schedule anyone we want. Join a freaking conference already. It was glorious whenever they were able to be in the ACC that one year. They actually didn't they win the ACC that year? I forgot, but yeah. That's when Brian Kelly was still their coach. Yeah. But this would be a great game. Miami, this also be a really good game. Probably a lot of scoring. Well, I don't know. Miami actually has a better defense this year. But Miami, they've been good this year. They had some weird losses, they had 2 losses to unranked teams, which are Louisville and SMU. They're still pretty good teams. They're both 8-4. Yeah, I think Miami. I think they did over Notre Dame. I think it makes the most sense because they beat Notre Dame, so that should just be the factor all alone. If they're head to head near the same record, and put the one that won the game, which I'm glad the committee did that. I don't know why they didn't do that earlier. Yeah, there's that. But hey, I'll take it. And the AC gets one team in at least. And it's probably their best team, ironically, even though Duke won the conference. It's just weird. Miami's part of that tiebreaker with Duke. And then Texas A&M on the other hand. A&M, honestly, it might have been a blessing that Miami didn't make the championship. Yeah. A&M on the other hand, they've been good. They've been really good this year. Their best season in a long time. So one loss, which comes to Texas, which is their version of Michigan at this point. But A&M though, they've been really good this year, and I think I have a weird feeling they're going to crush in their playoff game, but one of their games. But A&M, I can definitely see them go at least the next round. Yeah, there's that. But that's not be a really good game. It's one of those matches you don't get to see very often. Yeah, that Kyle Field's gonna be absolute cinema. A lot of SEC teams hosting. SEC home games hit different, so yeah, there's that. Now we got the next one. We have Tulane versus Ole Miss, a rematch of the game earlier this year. Ole Miss blew them out 45-10, but we're just gonna ignore that like that ever happened. Tulane is the first group of 5 team again in this year. They've been good. They've been great this year. They got in because they won the American, obviously, and they have not one but 2 wins over Power 4 teams, including the ACC champion Duke. So yeah, but Tulane though they've been. If y'all do come out, I'll get to see them play at the Cotton Bowl. We'll see what happens without Kiffin. Sorry, I'm texting a huge back and forth. But yeah, Tulane though, they've been a good team this year, and I will say they've had some bad games. Like their only two losses are to Ole Miss, ironically, on the road, and the other one was to UTSA on the road, a very inconsistent UTSA team. So yeah, but Tulane, I think they could be. I mean, it makes sense that they're a group of five team in the playoffs at this point. It's about dang time they make it because Tulane's usually the best group of five team consistently. So yeah, there's that. I mean, it kind of sucks to see them be the first Louisiana team to make it and not LSU. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate Tulane or anything like that. It's just yeah, we're it just kind of sucks that they're the Louisiana team and not us. Oh, we're about to score. Maybe. Let's go, Saints. We're way out of the playoff race, but we can beat the Bucks. That'd be nice. On the other hand, they've been really good this year. It's been their best program season in program history, from what I can tell. They beat Tulane 45-10 last time played at the exact same location. But Lane Kiffin was their coach still. And Ole Miss, without Lane Kiffin, is a mystery. So I'm sure they'll still play pretty well. But yeah, there's that. But that could be interesting just because of the Kiffin stuff. But I worry if Ole Miss might blow them out. I don't know if they'll blow them out, but it's hard to beat a team twice, especially a good team twice, especially when they make the playoffs as well. And then we have Oregon James Madison, as this is a very interesting matchup. JMU, good for them, man. I mean, they have one loss this year, and they've been really good. They beat the crap out of the Sun Belt this year, and they've been really good. So I think JMU could be. I mean, they can honestly give Oregon a run for their money. Uh, One second. All right. Yeah, that could be a good game. I mean, in Oregon, JMU's been a great team. Their one loss is to Louisville. That's actually not a bad game, honestly. It's about how Indiana lost the beat. It's about how Old Dominion lost to Indiana, very similar way. So yeah, granted, Louisville's not as good of a team, but still, JMU, I think they could actually give Oregon a decent run for their money. So Oregon, on the other hand, they've been great this year. Their one loss is to number one Indiana. So yeah, but Oregon, they've been a great team this year. They've still been winning up most of their games. So yeah, but that's one of those teams that you expect to see in the playoffs. Like they're consistently up there, and they've been great since they got into the Big Ten. So yeah, there's that. But I think that JMU, Oregon, I think Oregon's probably gonna win by a decent amount, but JMU could give a run for the money. We'll see. We'll see. You never know with these group of five teams. Maybe we could see one of them move on. I'm just saying. I think the one that would probably be most likely. I actually don't know. Probably Tulane, although they got crushed by Ole Miss. So Los Angeles. I kind of wish they put A&M number 7 so they can play Tulane and put Ole Miss with Miami. I'm not mad at seeding though, and honestly, not thinking about. I think Ohio State should go. Not thinking about it. I don't know. Actually, I think Georgia should have probably been above Ohio State. It's not that big of a deal though. Yeah, just the common opponent Texas. They both beat, but Georgia beat them by a lot. Yeah. And then the Orange Bowl is either JMU or Oregon taking on Texas Tech. We'll see what happens in this game. But Texas Tech's been a great team this year. I mean, this is the best Texas Tech team. What the heck? This has been the best Texas Tech team I've ever seen. Like I'm sure Mahomes still wishes he was there sometimes this year, but all Texas Tech needed to have was a defense. Then they'd be great. What do they have now? A defense. And where are they? The college football playoff. They beat they beat up BYU again yesterday. Even more lopsided last time. So it might be the same case for this matchup. Yeah, but they've been great this year. Maybe they'll make a national championship run. So yeah. But I'll give. But shout out Texas Tech for preventing the auto buys to just be Big Ten and SEC. I'm actually good with that. So yeah. Plus, I have to pull for the Texas team. Plus, it's Texas or Texas A&M. Mainly Texas A&M though, because they're LSU's rival. And either Tulane or Ole Miss versus Georgia. So either get a rematch, we got an SEC matchup or an old school SEC matchup, or a former SEC matchup. If Tulane wins, it's just a home game for them basically, because Tulane used to play their home games at the Superdome for a few, like I think a very temporary amount of time. It was in between when their old stadium and their new stadium. So yeah, but Georgia, they've been a great team this year. They've really peaked to end the season, and they beat up Alabama yesterday. So it reminds me of when Georgia played Ohio State, except those more defensive this time. But yeah, but Georgia, they've been great. Or Ohio State played Oregon. Yeah, Georgia, they've been great this year. They have one loss, which is the Alabama, who they just beat. So yeah, but I think whoever wins, it'll be interesting because if Ole Miss wins, you get a rematch between those two teams. But Tulane wins, you get an old school SEC matchup. Yeah, Tulane's not the SEC anymore, but still, it's worth mentioning at least. But yeah, but it would be a home game for Tulane though, because it's in New Orleans, bro. The Tulane fans are gonna show out for that game. Yeah. Oh, that looks sick, bro. Yo, that looks sick. Those those, and then the Cotton Bowl. I will be going to this game. The Cotton Bowl will either be it will be the winner of Miami and A&M, and then it'll be taking on Ohio State. Another year with Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. The last three, this is the third year in a row Ohio State's playing the Cotton Bowl. I'm not complaining though. I mean, Ohio State's been great. Ohio State, they've been really good this year. Their one loss is to Indiana in a very close game in that Big Ten championship. So yeah, but I think whoever plays them, that'll be a great game. I mean, I'm very interested to see how that game will go. It's the first game. It's the first game of the second round, so it's on it's on a New Year's Eve night. So there's that. I'll be going with it'll be me, my dad, my grandfather will be going to this game. So yeah, but whoever it is, I think that'll be a great game. Whoever wins this matchup, because that Miami A&M game is going to be really good. That's the one I'm most excited about, honestly, because you don't get to see that very often. Yeah. Now, if the first round is all blowouts this time, I'll be very disappointed. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the case though. And then there's the top 25. Let's go North Texas State in the top 25. Nice. Although I would have loved to see North Texas in the playoffs, but it is what it is. They still had a great season. I'm not shocked Tulane beat them. It's just Tulane's usually the king of the group of five at this rate. Yeah. I remember when because Tulane, they can compete, man. I know it was 3 years ago, but they won the Cotton Bowl a few years. I saw them win the Cotton Bowl against USC, so they can do it. Yeah, 69 likes, nice. At the Rose Bowl game will be the winner of the Alabama-Oklahoma game. I'm a little surprised they picked the Rose Bowl. Well, actually, I thought they picked Ohio. No, actually, they didn't really have much of a choice at that point. But usually it's Pac-12 versus Big Ten. But yeah, it's usually Rose Bowl is Pac-12 versus Big Ten. Cotton Bowl is usually whoever. All State's usually Big 12 versus SEC. Then Orange Bowl is usually ACC versus SEC. Yeah, I'm not complaining though. It's hard to keep the distance. By the way, this bowl is the worst Kiffin Bowl, the no Kiffin Bowl, and then this one is. Will this be a blowout bowl? I don't know. It is cool to see two group of five teams make the playoffs. You never get to see that. Alabama and Oklahoma will be taking on either Alabama or Oklahoma. Whoever wins that game, take on Indiana. So no matter what, it's gonna be a lot of red. And yeah, they've been amazing this year. Best team in the country. I'm telling you all season, Indiana is the best team in the country. And they proved that yesterday when they beat Ohio State. So they've been really good this year. Craig Signetti, he gives me lots of Nick Saban vibes. Like he seems like the kind of guy to be like the next Nick Saban, I will admit. Like this dude, like Nick Saban turned LSU to a powerhouse. And then Kirk Signetti turned Indiana to a powerhouse. It's just insane, bro, what he's done with that team. But I'm so happy for Indiana. Honestly, I'd probably pull for them to win it all at this point. So yeah, it's crazy to think they used to 2 years ago they were terrible. Just 2 years ago, now they're the best team in the country. That's just insane. I'm so happy for Indiana, bro. They're amazing this year. They deserve all their flowers. Was the AP poll lopsided this week? Is it like a unanimously Indiana? I'm trying to see. I have a weird feeling it's probably gonna be all Indiana. By the way, once we get this done, there's that. But the Indiana, that'd be great games. Yeah, whoever wins, it'll be great. We'll get Blue Blood versus New Blood. Oh my god, that's actually a great name. Blue Blood versus New Blood. Blue Blood because Alabama, Oklahoma are Blue Bloods, and Indiana because they're a New Blood. Yeah, there's that. Anyways, before I keep going, Iowa State and Kansas State will not be playing in the bowl game because Iowa State because they don't have any coaches because Matt Campbell's the Penn State, and I did not even know this, but Kansas State's coach retired. Forgot his name. Yeah, but who's their coach's name? I didn't even know he retired. But what is that? Chris Kleeman, he is stepping down from K-State coach as he's retiring, which I will say this man actually kept K-State a pretty good team. I know their last season wasn't their greatest season, kind of fluky season, I will admit, for them. It's still a great he's still had a great tenure at Kansas State, and it'll be interesting to see who they find for next head coach. See, I didn't even know this because I wasn't even on the carousel. Yeah, but congrats on a great career to Chris Clemens. Yeah, but he'll be retiring. So yeah, but we'll see what happens to K State. Did they hire a new coach? Oh, it's Colin Klein. That's actually a great hire. Colin Klein, he's actually a former K State player. I think. Where did I assume he went to K State. Yep, Kansas State. Wow, he went from 2009 to 2012. That's actually a really cool hire, honestly. You get a former player to come back, and he's experience at K State and A&M. So I think that's a great hire for K State. It's awesome to like get a former player to hire. That'd be like if I don't know if Leonard Fournette coached LSU. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's gonna be that's a cool hire for them, honestly. I think that'll pan out pretty well for them. So yeah. Anyway, so Iowa State and Kansas State are not gonna make a bowl. We're not gonna go to a bowl. So we'll have 2, 5, and 7 teams make the playoffs. Not the playoffs. The bowl games. The playoffs would be bad if they made it. That'd be bad if they made the playoffs. Anyways, it's crazy to think that we were even considering a 5 loss to make the playoffs. Welcome to the ACC. Now we have the Citrus Bowl. As we have, welcome to the SEC, Texas. You get your first SEC bowl game that's not a playoff game. As Michigan and Texas will be playing, this will be a really good game, honestly. Michigan, they've been great this year. They have 3 losses, which are ironically Oklahoma. So they play Texas. Oklahoma. I just realized that these two played each other last year. Oklahoma, USC, and Ohio State. But still be really good this year. Definitely a lot better than they were last year. So Michigan still, I know their offense is still kind of a disaster. But man, that defense is really good this year. So yeah, they're taking on Texas. Texas they've been inconsistent, but they've been good this year. They beat really good teams like A&M and Oklahoma, but then they also lost to Ohio State. Granted, it's Ohio State still. Granted, it's Ohio State. They're really good. They also lost to who else did they lose to? Um, oh yeah, Florida and Georgia. So yeah, that Florida loss is what people are saying that Ohio State loss kept them in the playoffs. No, that Florida loss kept you out of the playoffs. You don't lose to Florida and Florida and expect to make the playoffs. Yeah, Texas though, they still been a great team this year. They were undefeated at home this year. So, yeah, but I'm actually not terribly shocked that this is the matchup. I'm a little shocked because these two literally played each other last year. Last year. So a little bit surprising, but I'm not terribly shocked. That'd be a great game. So two very similar teams and two teams. One lost to Oklahoma, one beat Oklahoma. So yeah. Now we have the Vegas, but this one just kind of weirds me out a little bit. Because you got Nebraska and Utah. I mean, I think it's a cool matchup. Because Nebraska and Utah are two good teams, but the thing with this is like 7-5 versus 10-2 is a little confusing to me. Like I thought Utah played in the Alamo Bowl. We'll talk about that. I got one of those teams correct in the Alamo Bowl, but not the other one. But I just thought Utah would like play. I thought like Utah would play against a better team. Like Nebraska's not a bad team. It's just without Raiola, they're nothing without Dylan Raiola. Yeah, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I think it's a cool bowl game still. Nebraska, they've been good this year. I know they had injuries that kind of dinged them later in the season, like with Dylan Raiola, but they're still definitely a lot more success than they've been the last few years. Yeah. And Utah, they've been great this year. Only two losses are to Texas Tech and BYU. So yeah, but they've been a really good team this year. So yeah, but it's weird how they put 7-5 and 10-2 together. But who knows? They put 9-3 Alabama, who almost made who quote unquote almost made the playoffs against a 7-5 Michigan team who wasn't even ranked, and then Michigan beat them. So who knows? We could see an upset ruin. I'm just saying. Plus the Vegas Bowl is usually a pretty good game. Yeah. Moving on. So now we have the Liberty Bowl. I believe I got this matchup correct, by the way. I believe I got this matchup correct. I don't think it was the right bowl game, though. Go to Docs. I don't think LSU has their bowl game figured out yet because I feel like my dad would have texted me if that actually was the case. But yeah. Marshall Griffin from Argyle, Texas. Here's my bowl projections. Cincinnati Navy. I believe I put them in the Armed Forces Bowl, but so I got the right matchup, not the right bowl game though. They're in the Liberty Bowl instead. Navy versus Cincinnati. We play each other. Cincinnati actually had a much better season than last year. They went 7-5 because I will say they definitely kind of fell off to end the season, but they're still a good team this year. Definitely better than they were years past. They've been the last like 2 years. But yeah. But I know it's not quite back to 2021, but they're still a pretty good team this year. Ben Soros is a good quarterback. So yeah, but yeah, there's that. They're taking on Navy. And Navy, they've been a great team this year too. Like they've been a really good team this year, I will say. They only have 2 losses so far. They're playing Army next week, but oh man, we're about to win this game. Maybe I don't know. But Navy versus Cincinnati. Navy's a great team. They beat some good teams like they beat South Florida and Memphis. The only 2 losses come to North Texas and Notre Dame. So 2 really good teams. So yeah, but Navy, honestly, they might be the best team in America next year if all these coaches are leaving. But yeah, but they've been really good this year. And I'm excited to see what they'll do in this bowl game. So yeah, this ought to be a good game. And now I know that I knew about this bowl game already because it was one of those things that are like confirmed but not quite confirmed. We got Boise State in Washington. This actually might be a good game. You got former Pac-12 versus incoming Pac-12. Boise State, I know that they weren't as good this year. Obviously, like they weren't even close to sniffing the playoffs, but they've still been a decent team this year. Their 4 losses, they scored 7 points each. So if they lose to Washington, they'll score 7 points probably. Plus to South Florida, Notre Dame, Fresno State. That Fresno State team is not very good to them. And then San Diego State. Yeah, but they still won the Mountain West, so they keep their title streak alive. So yeah, there's that. But they've still been pretty good this year. Yeah. And then they're taking on Washington. Washington, they've been much better season than last year. I believe they went 8-4 this year. So they've still been a pretty good team this year. So there's that. I think that'd be a good game. The LA Bulls usually good games. Yeah. It's always Mountain West versus Pac-12. So yeah. And yes, they still have Pac-12 ties, even though they're not in the Pac-12 anymore. Now we got the next game. I got one of these teams correct. The other one, I'm actually kind of shocked they put TCU in this bowl game. But USC and TCU will be playing each other in the Alamo Bowl this year. I think this will be a good game. A lot of scoring, if I had to guess, but because both these teams aren't necessarily known for defense. But yeah, I think this will be a great game. USC, they were one of those teams that were playoff hopefuls. That lost to who was it? Lost to Oregon. Yeah, that lost to Oregon definitely ended their chances at a playoff run. But they still had a great season. A lot better than last year. They beat some good teams like Michigan and all that. So yeah, but what is it? They had 3 losses. They were at Illinois after they got beat up by Indiana the week before. Who else did they lose to? It was not Indiana. It was Illinois they lost to. Why is that game so late? Good lord. 8 p.m. start time is not why. I guess it's because they also lost to Notre Dame and they also lost to I don't know. They lost to someone. Oh, Oregon, Notre Dame, and Illinois. Okay, there you go. Keep forgetting they played. I keep forgetting they lost to Notre Dame. Yeah, I should know that. That's a rivalry. But yeah, but USC they've been great this year. They've been good this year, so I think definitely rebound from last year. So yeah, so they'll be taking on TCU, and they've been a pretty good team this year, about the same as last year. Their conference record wasn't as good this year, but they've been good. Their offense has been really good for the most part. Like they've been scoring a lot. Like that's how they won that game against Cincinnati last week. They scored a lot of points. Yeah, they've definitely been inconsistent on both sides of the ball at points this year. They've been good. Like Josh Hoover, he's had some. He's been pretty good for the most part. Like he's had some moments, but like he's been good. But TCU they've been a pretty good team this year. They of course their best team they beat this year is probably Houston. So that's the K-State, Arizona State, BYU got crushed by BYU and Iowa State. Yeah, but they still have a pretty good team this year. They're starting to slowly go on Texas A&M with all the 8-4 seasons, but yeah, but I think they've been a pretty good team this year, and I think they could give USC a good game. So yeah, I think this ought to be a good game though. I mean, it's very late start time, but who cares? It'll be a good game. Because honestly, I find offensively close games better than defensively close games. Yeah, I think we'll get the case. That'll be a case here. So yeah, there's that. Although it is kind of I don't know if I consider it de facto home game for TCU, but like I mean I've driven from Fort Worth to San Antonio a few times, but yeah, because when we go to we used to go to San Antonio. I used to go to San Antonio for band before I retired, of course, aka being a senior. We'd pass by Fort Worth. That's where TCU is. Yeah, and then we go to the Alamo Dome, which is where this bowl game's gonna be. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, that'd be a good game. Moving on, we got New Mexico versus Minnesota. This will be a good game, I think. Minnesota's been actually a much better season last year. They beat UCLA. They beat up UCLA on the road. Granted, that's when Deshaun Foster was still coaching, but still, definitely a really good season this year. They went 9-3 this year, one of their better seasons in recent memory. So I think they could be good. They'd be good. I guess they're replacing the Big 12 team. Maybe it's just because Kansas State, Iowa State couldn't do it. So yeah. So yeah, Minnesota, they're 7-5 like they always are. They're okay. They're decent this year. They get blown out in games. They got blown out in a lot of games this year. But they can be pretty good. Like they beat Nebraska. Yeah, but they've been inconsistent at points. They'll look good. They'll look bad the very next weeks. Yeah, but they're still pretty good team this year. So yeah, Minnesota though. Yeah, they're either 7-5 or 5-7, ironically. Now let's refresh this. The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. What a bowl game. So we got some new bulk. Let's go down to the bottom. All right, all right, all right. Oh, 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 okay. Um, um. So LSU's bowl game was announced. I'm kind of a little surprised by it, but what do I know? Um, let's just move on up. As Liberty Mutual Insurance Music City Bowl. Is Lee Emu Doug going to be there? Illinois was I already knew Illinois was being this big game. People are putting LSU in this game, but Tennessee and Illinois will be playing each other. This will be a pretty good game. Both 2-8-4 teams that had that I guess that they had some ups and downs this season. But yeah, Tennessee, they were good, but like they didn't beat any good teams this year. We'll admit. Like who's the best team they beat this year? Like think about it. Like that Syracuse was not good. Like, I'm not trying to discredit them, but Tennessee did not beat any good teams this year. Like the best team they beat was like I don't know who's the best team they beat. They barely beat Arkansas. Like the best team they beat was I don't even know. Mississippi State. I'm not even kidding. That's probably the best team they beat. I will say they almost beat Georgia. I'll get that. But Tennessee, they were still a decent team this year. Not as good as last year, but they lost some players from last year. But honestly, they actually did. They're about where I thought they'd be this season. They're a little lower. So yeah, because I think Illinois. I know they have playoff aspirations to start the year, but then they kind of like lost a few games. But they're still a pretty good team this year. Illinois. They're a pretty good team this year. I will say, like, what is it? I know they got crushed by Indiana, like 62-10. They had some weird losses, like to Ohio State. The Ohio State was actually understandable. And Indiana, I guess too. Well, Indiana, they got blown like 63 points on. That's before people realized how good Indiana was this season. Yeah, then they also lost to Washington, Wisconsin. Wisconsin was kind of weird, but yeah. But they're still a pretty good pretty good team this year. I remember like they used to be like kind of mediocre. I mean, they're nothing better than a B tier team this year, but they're still pretty good. So I think this ought to be a good game. Yeah, it's two teams that will be very similar stories, but yeah. But I'll be honest, I did not think Illinois would make the playoffs, but still a pretty good year for Illinois. Yeah, Brett Bielema is a good coach. Yeah, he can also but also does not like. Apparently, Shane Beamer doesn't like him either. If you all know from that ball game last year. Yeah. Now at the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, as we get, where's the Independence Bowl at? Isn't that thing in Shreveport? Are you for real? That is at Shreveport, Louisiana. So it's basically a home game for Louisiana Tech, kind of. As Coastal Carolina and Louisiana Tech will be playing each other. The Radiant Technology Independence Bowl. This would be a pretty good game. Louisiana Tech makes bowl game again, although this year they actually earned it this year. They didn't just get helped because Marshall couldn't make a bowl game. But honestly, a much better season this year than last year. They're a pretty good team this year, and I think they'll be pretty good in this matchup. They're taking Coastal Carolina, ups and downs all season. Their offense was inconsistent, but they got better as the season went on. Then they had some bad losses, but like of course they're not gonna have a coach for that game. But but Coastal Carolina, not a terrible season. Still not great, but not a terrible season. But yeah, that'd be a pretty good game though. That might be Louisiana. I feel Louisiana Tech might crush them. Yeah. Anyways, this holy frick, why is it so late? Why are these bowl times so late? Good Lord. All right, here is the Texas Bowl. Again, for LSU, the second year in a row, a Texas Bowl appearance. And it's basically an away game because we're playing Houston. And the Texas Bowl is in Houston. Yeah. You know what's ironic about this game? We're actually supposed to play Houston 2027 in NRG Stadium for the opening game. So I guess I get kind of a preview of that. I don't know why the start time's so late, but what do I know? But LSU and Houston, I think this could be a decent game because, I mean, LSU's defense is going to keep them in the game. It's going to be very low scoring, probably. Yeah, LSU, very disappointing season. I got to admit, I'm an LSU fan. They're ranked number 9 in the country, ranked number 3 at one point, and then their offense is not good. Lost 5 games. Granted, good teams, but still, 5 games is way too much to lose to, especially in the SEC. They won 1 road game all year. That's against a fraudulent Clemson team. So they didn't win any SEC road games this year. LSU, 7-5 is not a terrible record, but like when you're LSU, that's not very good. But LSU, very disappointing season. Brian Kelly got fired in the process. So yeah, but it is what it is. And whatever. But I mean, at least they made a bowl game, so I'll give them that. Yeah, but LSU though, they could win. We'll see. Maybe they'll win another Texas Bowl. But I mean, this game is kind of actually pretty special to me because the Texas Bowl, because it's the first LSU game I attended. Because the first ever game I went to, period, for college football, I believe was I don't know what year it was Texas and TCU at Austin. Austin, yeah, that was a long time ago. That was like right when TCU joined the Big 12. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was on Thanksgiving apparently. So yeah, there's that. But then my first ever LSU game was the Kender's Texas Bowl. Well, it was the Advocare Texas Bowl at the time. That or Tax. I'm pretty sure it's Advocare. Because I think it was Tax for a while, and now it's Kender's. Kender's makes this probably the most fitting sponsor. Because I used to think Kender's Kinder Bueno, like the chocolate. Yeah, there's that. They'll be playing Houston. Now, Houston, honestly, what a turnaround for them this year. They were terrible last year, 4-8. They ended up going 9-3 this year. They're in the conversation for the Big 12 until they lost to TCU, but they've still been a pretty good team this year. But this is basically a home game for them. It's just in a technically neutral site because we're supposed, like I said, we're supposed to play them in 2 years from now. I mean, good for Houston. They get to stay home, I guess. But Houston, they've been good this year, 9-3. I think they'll have a great shot to win this game. As long as their offense locks in, they'll win. Yeah. But maybe this is a preview of 2027, I guess. Because I think this would be a good game, though. We'll see if actually LSU's offense shows up for once. But yeah, I think this would be a good game. It'll be very low scoring, but yeah. So yeah, but these two teams we play each other. Here, let me show you this matchup. FBS schedules. So I'm a little surprised they put these two teams in this bowl game, because considering that they're playing each other in 2 years. But I'm not complaining though. Houston's a good team. I am complaining that our team sucks, but I'm not complaining about the bowl game. Texas Bowl is a fun game usually. SEC LSU. LSU 2027 schedule. Here you go. 2027 schedule. We play Houston in NRG Stadium in the first game of the year. Yes, we do. By the way, my band director is a Houston alum, so yeah, there's that. So his team's going against my team, I guess. Yeah, but Houston, we're supposed to Houston 2027, so it's just kind of weird how they put these two teams together in NRG Stadium where they're supposed to play in 2 years. But hey, it'll be a good game. I'm excited. It's not a playoff game, but I'll be fine. So why is the start time so late? Good lord. Yeah, trying to kill us? Yeah. There's that. I thought the Alamo Bowl start time was bad, but oh my god. Yeah. That's on December 27th. Yeah. But yeah, there's that. Now we have the Arizona Bowl featuring Miami, Ohio, and Fresno State, the Snoop Dogg Bowl. I believe I got this matchup correct, or at least part of it. Arizona. Oh, so close. I put Ohio instead of Miami, Ohio. But this is, but Miami, Ohio, they've been good. They had a slow start, but then they got better as the season went along. I know they lost the MAC, but they've still been pretty good this year. Miami, Ohio is usually one of the better teams in the MAC, even if they're 7-5 every year. But yeah, so Fresno State, on the other hand, better season last year. They crushed Boise State. That was their big win this year. They've been pretty good, the team this year, so this ought to be a good game. And I'm excited to see Snoop Dogg there. Yeah. Now we got Iowa versus Vanderbilt in the ReliaQuest Bowl. Vanderbilt, I know they're a playoff hopeful. Still an amazing season for them nonetheless. Diego Pavia has been balling out this year. He's been great. I mean, I think Vanderbilt's this is definitely the best team they've had, maybe ever. I don't know. Vanderbilt's been really good. 12-2 or 10-2 records, nothing to take for granted, especially if you're Vanderbilt. Yeah, but they've been great this year. So I'm very excited to see them in this game. And they're taking Iowa, and Iowa, they've been pretty good. They're usually 8-4 anyway, but Kirk Ferentz he's one of the best coaches in college football. I know he's not like in the playoffs usually, but he consistently gives his team a good he consistently has a good team. He reminds me of Mike Tom a little bit. Like he can make the playoffs sometimes. So you'll always know he's at least going to give you a winning record. So yeah, but Iowa, they've been pretty good this year. So yeah, this will be a good matchup. So usually the ReliaQuest is a good game. Yeah, there's that. Formerly known as the Outback Bowl, of course. Yeah. And then we have Washington State, Utah State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. I actually like this matchup because it's actually between two teams that will be in the same conference next year. So yeah, because Utah State has joined the Pac-12 this year, and Washington State's been in the Pac-12, the longest tenured Pac-12 team as of right now, in Oregon State, of course. But yeah, Washington State they've been up and down this year. They've had some moments this year. They've been kind of mid, but it could be worse considering where Oregon State is. But yeah, but I think Washington State, once they're actually in a real conference, like with more than two teams, they'll actually be much better as they'll have teams to play. So yeah, they won't be treated as independent. Yeah. Utah State, on the other hand, they're okay this year. Of course, they give A&M decent run for their money. And I saw your text, bro. Anyways, but he's always stopped talking trash about A&M. Like, no, it's A&M. What do you expect? Utah State, they've been pretty good. They've been pretty good at points this year. They're almost in the conference championship, I believe. So what was their record this year? I'm pretty sure it was 6-6. No. They were they were 6-6. Yeah, but they've been okay this year, so this got to be a good game. It's at Boise State, ironically. So yeah. New Orleans Bowl. We've got Western Kentucky versus Southern Miss. I'm actually kind of surprised these two teams playing. But I guess it makes sense considering like they're runner-ups and they're like good teams in their conference, the best teams that didn't make the conference championship in their Eastern conferences. Yeah, but this ought to be a good game. Tyson Helton versus Charles Huff, but Charles Huff's probably not going to show up because he's going to be the new coach of the Memphis Tigers. So yeah, but this ought to be a good game. I'm pretty sure I got this game correct. I'm pretty sure. But Southern Miss, what a turnaround it's been for them this season. They were terrible last year. Now they're actually a good team. Yes, I predicted it. Wrong bowl game. I put it in the Boca Raton instead of this one. But I'll take the wins where we can get them. Yeah, but Southern Miss has been a good team this year. 7-5. Considering they were 1-11 last year. Charles Huff is an amazing coach, bro. He's one of the best Group of 5 coaches. I think he'll do great at Memphis too. But Southern Miss, they've been good this year. I mean, much better than they were last year. So they should definitely be proud of this season. And the New Orleans Bowl is one of the best Group of 5 bowls. So yeah, there's that. It's also at the Superdome. Western Kentucky, on the other hand, they've been great this season too. They've been good this season too. I know they didn't make the conference championship. They've been good. They almost beat LSU on the road, so there's that. To be proud of, granted LSU's not very good, but still. Western Kentucky, they've been a good team this year. Tyson Helton's a good coach, and I think that team they're usually one of the best USA teams. I think they'll be good in this game. So yeah. Although Charles Huff has the same exodus as last year, who knows if that's on this week playing. I don't think it's gonna be this. I don't think it's gonna be like that again, though. Oh, here we go. More bowl games. As now we have the Game of Buzz Sports Bowl. As we have Central Michigan and Northwestern playing each other. I feel like I put Northwestern in this bowl game. Oh, so close. I put Western Michigan instead of Central Michigan. But I put Northwestern. It's got one of the teams correct. Northwestern and Central Michigan playing each other. Central Michigan's pretty good this year. They've one of the decent teams in the MAC this year. Yeah, the MAC's not very good this year, but still. They've been pretty good for the most part. Yeah, there's that. I think it'd be cool to see this bowl game. And based on how the MAC team's doing this bowl game sometimes, it could be a good game. Yeah. This is one of the best bowl games last year when Toledo and Pitt play each other. Northwestern, on the other hand, much better season last year. I mean, yeah, they weren't great this year still. They're 6-6, but a lot improvement is key at least. So yeah, but Northwestern, they're a better team than last year, and they're actually made a bowl this year. So yeah, there's that. But it'd be cool to see them in the bowl game. So yeah. Now we got the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Well, actually kind of surprised these teams when you saw each other. As the Fenway Bowls are between UConn and Army. I'm a little surprised UConn's not playing a Power 4 team, but UConn's been a good team this year. One of their best seasons in football in a while. Maybe even, I don't know about ever, but might be, I don't know. One of the best seasons to memory, I guess. UConn's been great. 9-3. Their 2 losses all come in overtime, so they're complete opposite of Virginia. And he's going to run it. We're actually about to win this game. Come on, Saints. Yeah. Saints are about to win the game potentially. I hope we do. We always do better at Tampa for some reason. I don't know. UConn, they have a great team this year. So yeah, they're taking Army. Army definitely was not as good this year. I mean, they were okay, but still got Navy to play next week. But Army, though, they were inconsistent. They lost to Tarleton State, then beat Kansas State. But yeah, but Army, it'll be cool to see them in this game. I know they weren't as good as last year, but they're okay still this year. So yeah, there's that. Now moving on. Now you have Troy versus Jacksonville State. I think I put Troy and Hawaii in the game. This one makes sense. 2 conference runner-ups in the bowl game. So yeah, let's lose the Veterans Bowl, Montgomery, Alabama, and the Crampton Bowl. Troy's been a good team this year. Why is it another bad start time? Good Lord. Troy's been a good team this year. Definitely a turnaround from last year. 8-4. Well, I guess they're 8-5 after the conference championship. But 8 wins this year. Yeah. Sorry, this Saints game is actually getting kind of good. What a catch. Who's that? Devon Bell? Whatever his name is. I'm sorry, I don't watch the Saints much anymore. It's usually they're garbage, but yeah. They're actually pretty good. Come on, bro. Win this game for yourself, Kellen Moore. So you can finally prove that you're actually a coach. Well, it's not his fault why they suck. It's just the receivers. This has been on any good teams we play. Yeah. But Troy, they've been a good team this year. We cool see them. They're playing Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State's the CSA runner up to Kennesaw State. So they've been a pretty good team this year, too. They're usually pretty good. Even without Rich Rodriguez, they're good this year. So there's that. Wow. Someone got shut out. It is pouring. Good Lord. Hold on. Someone got shut out. I don't know who it was. Wow, Seattle beat up Atlanta. Seattle's a great team this year. Tennessee's beating Cleveland. Minnesota. Are you for real right now? Okay. Minnesota is the stupidest team ever, dude. The Vikings, specifically. Last week, they got shut out by the Seahawks. 26-0. This week, They just straight up shut out the Commanders 31-0. So they go from getting shut out to being the team that actually shuts out the other team. So yeah, that's inconsistency in a nutshell. Come on, Saints. I should react to the rest of this game. Second down, Shuck's gonna hand it off to Neal and take it down. Oh boy, right midfield. And it's going 2-minute warning. Okay. You know what? I'll give them credit. They're actually doing okay. They're actually doing pretty good. Now, don't choke this game away. Won't be very happy about that. But yeah. Where the heck's the remote? Why do I always lose the remote, man? Man, why the f do I always lose the remote? Why do I always lose the remote, boy? Dang it. Is it down here? Oh, there it is. Beat the Bucks. That make me so happy, bro. The Jacksonville State, they've been a good team this year. They almost beat UCF earlier this season. So yeah. But yeah, that'd be a good game. Now we got the okay. We got the Delta New Mexico Bowl between North Texas and San Diego State. This would be a good game. I think both these teams were playoff hopefuls. San Diego State, they're the reason why they lost. They missed playoffs because they lost those conference games. Yeah, North Texas, they've been a great team this year. I know they lost to Tulane in their conference championship. They're a playoff hopeful, but still, what an amazing season for them this year. I think this ought to be. I think they'll begin this game. Their offense has been amazing this year. Yeah, there's that. But North Texas, what a team they've been this year. I know they're a playoff hopeful, but still, I think very proud of this. They should be very proud of this season. Yeah, best season North Texas has been, I believe. So yeah, from what I can tell. San Diego State, on the other hand, they've had a big turnaround this year. So honestly, North Texas had a big turnaround too. They were 6-7 last year, and San Diego State was like 3-9. They've had a big turnaround, 9-3 this year. They're really good. Of course, they shut out Cal earlier this season. So they've been a good team this year. This will be one of the best Group of 5 matchups in the playoffs. Yeah. Yeah. We'll wait on more bowl hands to come up. So yeah. So let me see. Come on, guys. Get yourself some first downs. All right, Chuck, he's going to play action. He's going to pass it. It's Carl. What the frick was that? Oh, my God, bro. It was close. Oh, man. Thankful for the rain, I guess. I guess not really because he still dropped the ball. What was that play, though? What was he doing? We should have just, ran it up the middle or something. Now we just gave them so much time to use the ball. I swear to God, bro, why do these games have to be so painful? You know what? I'll take it, though. At least we're in the game. We were there last few weeks, also. The Bucks are 7-5, just like the top LSU, bro. He's going to punt the ball away. Chad Kroger. He looks like Corey Hines. As the ball's punted away. And, too far. Pretty deep punt, but it was a little too deep. That's fine, though. Well, on the bright side, they have to score a touchdown. Why do we have to pass it there like that? Down the middle would probably been a better play, but I get it, though. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I get it, but I get that we need to get the first down, but still. Oh, man. Come on. There's no one wide open down there. Yeah, it's just a screen was a little weird that time. What do I know? Come on, bro. Come on, just give me some joy. I wanted joy twice this year. We're doing much better against the Saints against the Bucks than we did last time, so I'll give them that. And taken. Yes. So close. Well, we didn't quite get him before the actual ball went out. Was that grounding? Was that grounding? No, he was not down, but okay, he was intended to someone. Never mind. Stop calling me. Why the heck does this kid want to call me so much, bro? What do you want, bro? I swear, you're like my annoying girlfriend who just calls all the time. I'm just kidding, but and you dropped that. What are you doing? You dropped that.
I'm watching your live stream.
What?
I'm watching live stream, and it's echoing you again.
Huh?
I'm seeing your reaction twice.
Bro. Yeah. I'm just watching the Saints game. You want to watch live react?
Yeah.
He freaking dropped the ball. Come on, bro. I know it's Jonas Sanker, great player, but come on, bro. You gotta catch that, man.
Marshall.
Not now. Third down. Baker, he's seen swallowed up. Mayfield, he's gonna try to run for it. Push him out. Yes. What?
Are you gonna go to Gavin Austin's birthday party? Not birthday party, Christmas party.
We're on live stream, so stop doxing people. Yes, I'm going to his party.
Yeah, that's hot.
Thank you. 4th down and 4. Minnesota shut out the Commanders the week after the Minnesota got shut out by the Seattle. 4th down. They've gone for 6 times. 2-6. Yeah. 4th down. Baker. He's gonna pass it. He's down there. It's caught. No, that was not a first down. Yes. Freaking go. Let's freaking go. We just won a game, bro. Yes. We won.
Bro, the Seahawks gave BTA to the Falcons, bro.
Huh?
The Seahawks gave BTA to the Falcons.
Yeah. Saints just won a football game.
Bro, Seahawks won today.
I don't care. The Saints just won a football game.
Yes, it was 24-20.
Yes, we freaking won, bro.
Titans are winning.
Yes.
Jaguars are winning.
We freaking won.
Oh, bro. For the Vikings, bro. I love this.
I swear, the Vikings are the stupidest team ever. They'll get shut out one week, then they'll be the team that shut out the other team next week.
Let's see.
Yes. We freaking won. All right, new bowl game announced. Kennesaw State will be playing Western Michigan in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. This will be a good game. We got 2 conference champions. Kennesaw State, what a turnaround it's been for them this year. 2-10 last year, first in the FBS. Now they're second in the FBS. 10-3, wins this USA. What an amazing year it's been for them this year. And honestly, Kennesaw State, man, no one thought they'd be good. But man, they've been great this year. Their best year ever. I mean, credit to them, man. It's been awesome to see them do so good this year. Yes, Saints. Let's go. And then
Sorry.
it's okay. And then why is that bowl game at 10 a.m.? What are these start times, bro? Western Michigan, they've been good this year. They're better the second half of the year. They actually won their conference too. So we get the MAC champion versus USA champion. That'd be a good game. Yeah, it'll be at the Myrtle Beach Bowl, and they'll have free concessions probably. So yeah. Tyler Shuck MVP, bro. We freaking fracking won. Yeah, there's that. Oh, the Steelers are beating the Ravens.
Yeah, the Bills made a comeback against the Bengals.
Frick. They actually did?
Yes.
Dang it, bro. Dang it. How? That puts Bengals out of the playoffs then. Titans are up 21-17.
Bro, it's game over, bro. It was, bro. The final score is 34-39.
I saw. I'm looking at it right now.
Dang. But Bertien had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But Jamar Chase fell off today.
Yeah, it sucks.
Let's see. I forgot how many points it was, but I'm about to tell you.
Yeah. Oh shoot, gym time's coming up.
Oh.
Wow, the Browns field looks even worse than the field for the other team. Shador completes it. The other team, aka the Bucks. Saints freaking won, bro. I'm so excited. What do you have to say for yourself on the Saints won?
Good.
Yeah, we've third game all year.
Marshall.
You know what time it is? Saints record time, 3:10.
Okay, so it's 14-0, right? And the Bengals are leading.
I didn't watch the game, but yeah.
And the Bills scored 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter.
How the did they do that? You can't make that up, man. That's a choke job for the century. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's say here. What the frick? Oh, never mind. I thought the Mavericks were playing. They're not playing. They're big issue. Bro, what the frick did the Browns do? They freaking shook this game away, bro.
Yeah, this is the Titans. The Titans suck. Titans are like the worst team in the league.
Bro,
say hi to the live stream.
Hi, live stream.
And want to say hi to you.
Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go.
No, we're losing at Texas Tech right now. What the frick?
Bro. I picked up a Harold Fanning last night, and bro, this guy freaking came in clutch today, bro. He had 6 receiving for 94 yards and 15.7 average.
Yeah. Bro, guys, look at this call history Ayush has with me, bro. Call. This man wants me, bro. I know he's secretly gay for me.
Yeah.
This dude's secretly gay for me. He's obsessed with me, bro. He's secretly gay for me.
Bro, why did I put Frank, bro? I regret that. Devin Bush.
You regret being gay for me?
Bro, that's not what I said.
I know you don't regret being gay for me. Why are the Browns going for 2? What the f are they doing? Are you for real right now? What was that? You just gave the what on? Oh my!
Marshall.
No, I'm not. What are they doing? And you know let Tennessee score, bro. That's insane. What a terrible play call. What?
Myles Garrett has 20 sacks for the season.
Wow.
He's about 2.5 away from breaking the record.
Dang.
And we're literally nowhere close to the end of the season, bro. So that's bad news.
Yeah. So what are the Browns doing, bro? Why would they go for 2 there? Go for 2 when next year you feel like it.
That's all.
Which actually makes sense.
Yeah. So we still have 4 more weeks to go, and he's only 2.5 away from breaking the record.
Dang, bro.
So this guy has about a 90% chance of breaking the record before the season ends.
Dang.
Bro, this guy recorded 4 sacks in a game. Do you remember that? Do you remember that game? He recorded 4 sacks in one game.
I don't remember, but I believe you.
Bro, this guy's insane, bro. He's freaking the best freaking pass rusher of this century, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Ayush, what are your Ayush? He's a Texas 8-4 fan. So, what are your opinions on your team playing Miami in the playoffs?
I think we have a very strong chance of winning.
I agree. If y'all play Notre Dame, probably different because Notre Dame's probably looking for revenge at that point. But Notre Dame's not in the playoffs because they're not in the conference because they're corny, because they're arrogant and corny.
Bro, Steelers are about to be the Ravens, bro.
What do you think of Miami?
Miami?
Are you going to beat Carson Beck?
It's hot there.
For reals, bro. It is actually pretty hot there.
Yes, but I think we're gonna win.
I think you're gonna win too.
I think Daniel Jones sucks because he's bad.
Yo, no, you're saying that because he's injured, so you can't be talking.
Bro, I'm pretty sure, bro, he threw 1 interception before, either whenever he got hurt or before he got hurt.
Yeah, what is this? Yeah, he threw an interception. Yeah, this is before he went to the Indianapolis Colts.
Daniel Jones interception. I don't want TD. I want interception.
No, I actually did talk to Daniel Jones.
Devin Lloyd picks off Daniel Jones.
Devin Lloyd?
Yeah, Devin Lloyd.
Devin Lloyd or Lloyd? You know who we're playing?
Who?
Houston. We're playing Mr. Bird's team.
You
know where we're playing them at?
Where?
Houston. Texans Stadium. So it's literally a home game for Houston.
Bro. In the first 2 minutes, in the first 2 minutes of the game, he freaking threw a freaking pick, bro.
Yeah, he threw a freaking prick. Dang. I think prick. Oh, new bowl game announced. As the first responder bowl at SMU will be against FIU and PSA. 2 teams with letters in their name. Florida, FIU, man, what a turnaround it's been for them this season. They were not very good last year, and they actually did pretty good this season for their first year with their new coach. I believe they have a new coach this year. Yeah, they went 7-5. A lot better season this year. They were inconsistent at points this year, but honestly, I'll give them a lot of credit, man. They're great in the USA. They're good in the USA this year, and honestly, it's cool to see them actually be good. So yeah, UTSA on the other hand, they've been good this year. They've been extremely inconsistent. Like they beat Tulane by a lot, and they also beat up ECU, and they scored 61 points on Rice. They also lost a few games they probably should have won this year. But UTSA, they've been okay, the team this year. Shout out to the Alamo Dome. Yeah, there's that. I know not playing in the Alamo Dome, but still. Yeah, that'll be at SMU. So yeah, and SMU's not playing that game though, obviously. Well, they put SMU in their own stadium. Yeah, there's that. There's Jamie, not Jamie, Michael Strahan. I always call him Jamie, bro. What do you know about Jamie?
I don't know.
It's your girlfriend, bro. Your girlfriend's Jamie.
Definitely.
Oh.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Okay, wait. You want to go to gym in a bit?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
bro.
let you know when I'm on my way. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Fine, get away from that man, bro. I'm just kidding. All right. Everyone say everyone, let's see. Yeah, Ayush gone, so everyone, please give him your respect and say goodbye, Ayush. We miss you. Everyone, type that in the chat right now. Yeah, just type that in the chat. Like there's anyone actually here. Oh, screw you, Ayush. Well, that's bold. Okay, I guess this guy clearly does not like Ayush. Dang. This dude did a 6'7" reference. I was talking to my grandfather for him. He made a 6'7" reference on accident. Yeah. Well, dang, bro. Screw you, Ayush. That's bold. I'm putting you in timeout, bro. 24 hours in timeout. Get out of here, bro. You freaking. Yeah. Yeah, we don't talk about Ayush like that. Unless it's me.
Design you feel in every detail. Technology as innovative as it is effortless. These are luxuries.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, there's that.
This is Buick. Exceptional by design. Get 9% APR and no monthly payments until next year on these 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 off Encore GX. Here we go.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. We playing won't back down. Let's watch this last play of the Ravens game. No, we're not ends. Whoa, and that's game over. Well, there's that. Shador's gonna pass it. It's caught. Oh wow! Oh my God! Oh my God! You can see the ref in the booth. Packers Bears game just came on. It's a flag. I'll watch the rest of this and I'll go to the gym. What are the Titans doing, bro? They are choking that game away. They're about to choke this game away, bro. On the bright side, the Browns go for 2 because they're dumb because they went for 2 last time. Oh, like Colin just say so for now. Hey Siri, what's the weather in Lambeau Field?
It's
Holy
currently
moly.
cloudy and 19 degrees near Lambeau Field.
That's insane. Oh my God, bro. Are you serious? Bruh, Notre Dame, bro. They're so bitter about missing the playoffs. They just straight up not playing the bowl game? That's alarming. That's genuinely alarming for the college football bowl season, bro. Like, that is genuinely alarming. Although they're independent, they can do what they want, I guess. But that's the 3rd team that's opted out. What is going on, bro? Notre Dame's so bitter they're just not going to play a bowl game. And Browns have scored. Why look like the middle of the night there? It's an early game. Both those teams suck. So you're telling me Notre Dame just straight up quit football? Quits football. And the Titans just probably won the game. They have a boss like, why did you go for 2 the first time? What are y'all doing, bro? Kevin Stefanski's usually a good coach. Well, can be, I guess. You know, he's won Coach of the Year. What the what's that play called at the beginning? You lost. You missed the 2-point conversion the first time, which you didn't have to do, and then you missed it, and then you had to go for 2, and you missed it again. What the Browns are so terrible, bro. Like, they're so terrible. Now, Kevin Stefanski might get fired after that game just for that. Quit, like. Y'all so mad y'all ain't gonna show up. Y'all aren't even gonna show up. Y'all aren't even gonna show up. such an arrogant program, bro. Oh man, they're such an arrogant program, bro. Like at least Kansas State and Iowa State have a reason. Yeah, they should probably still coach. Or yeah, they should probably still be in the bowl game, but still. Notre Dame's just so arrogant. They just decided like, oh, we're not going to play in the bowl game because Notre Dame. We can do whatever the heck they want because we're Notre Dame. Get out of here, bro. Miami would have played a bowl game either way. Alabama played a bowl game when they Alabama played a bowl game when they missed. Florida State played a bowl game when they missed. Like, get over it. I get you're mad. No one wanted you in the playoffs except yourselves. No one thought. Well, I guess some people thought. No one thought you should be. No one thinks you should be in the playoffs at this rate. Miami literally beat y'all straight up and get over it. You're always gonna show up by not even playing the postseason game. Y'all the biggest wussies, bro. I just lost. Yeah, I know they're independent. They don't have to pay anyone, but still, bunch of dumbass, bro. But arrogant freaking people, bro, running that program. I just lost so much respect for them, bro. I get if you're mad. I get if you're mad. I get it. I'd be mad if I was a Notre Dame fan too. But you can't just quit your whole season just because of that. Just it pisses me off how arrogant that the program is. Some of these programs are. They think they're the best, and they have their own TV deal lined up. They have their own TV deal with NBC. They're independent. They refuse to go to any conference. They schedule their own opponents, which most of them are very soft ACC teams. Syracuse. I guess this season I guess last season they're good, but not too. Just it pisses me off, bro. Like I know bowl games aren't what they used to be, but still, that's actually kind of messed up. I'd be disappointed if I was a Notre Dame fan. I'd like to see them play one more time. Just saying. Just so freaking arrogant, bro. Such an arrogant program. That's just so arrogant of them, bro. Oh, there we go. It's like there's 1 second. Trevor Lawrence looks whooped, bro. Makes sense. He's in Florida where it's raining. But Notre Dame, great college football program. Lots of cool stuff in that. Lots of cool traditions. But that's the most arrogant thing I've ever seen them do. They probably because they don't have to pay anyone to quit. UConn could just go. They don't have to pay any conference. Because I was thinking Kansas State to pay their conference for missing the bowl game. A lot of money too. It's just they're so arrogant, man. It's just insane. So I respect Notre Dame. They're a great football team. But that's just so arrogant. I mean, Notre Dame BYU have been a good game. Just saying. Yeah, that's just extremely arrogant by that program. And don't get me wrong, I think Notre Dame is a playoff capable team. Don't get me wrong. I think they are a playoff worthy team. But they should not just end their season because of that. What do I know? Oh, well, this is interesting. We got our first 5-7 team playing the bowl games. Rice and Texas State will play each other in the Armed Forces Bowl. Different from years past. Usually it's like a Big 12 or SEC team. We're going to get to a group of an American team, usually a military team. This will be at TCU, so kind of neutral. No, I don't know if we're call neutral side, but yeah, I guess it's a neutral side. Just they're both going up north. So yeah, but Rice, they've had some bright spots this season. That's the same team that got beat up by UTSA, but they're lucky to even be in this spot. But honestly, good for Rice to actually make a bowl game. I know that they don't really deserve to make a bowl game necessarily, but their academic scores are good enough. And apparently Notre Dame says they just want to quit. So yeah, there's that. Texas State, they're 6-6. They've been okay this year. Not as good. I thought they'd be better this year, but I mean they're on Pac-12 next year, so we'll see how they do. Yeah, but it'll be an interesting matchup. All two Texas teams playing each other. So that'd be cool. Yeah, in a Texas Stadium. In a Texas Stadium, not Texas Stadium. There's that. Anyways, y'all, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and saying goodbye. See you next one. Peace. Jim with a huge time. Peace.